Hey beautiful people, you're welcome back to the channel Sew with Naomi. Today we'll be learning how to make this elastic waistband with drawstring or rope. A lot of people asked for a detailed tutorial on it from our last tutorial on jumbo pants. My name is Naomi and you're welcome to my channel. Please remember to subscribe. Thank you. So to make the elastic waistband, you would already have your shorts or your pants sewn already, so we'll just be working on the waistband. To start with, you are going to take the measurement of your waist, round the waist. So in order to do this, you must be working with a pant or a short that has the waistband as your hip measurement. So you take the measurements round it and then you are going to cut a band for it. So the band measurement will be the measurements round your waist plus ½ inch to join the band together. So take for instance, this one is 44, I added 1 inch, that's 45. Unfold, that's 22.5. so we'll go and join the ½ inch. So to join it, because we'll be putting a drawstring, we are going to make allowance for the rope to enter through the band. So you go ahead and put your band unfold into 2 and then notch the midpoint. We are going to be notching the midpoint so we could know the middle of the band, that's the upper part. So from the back, we are going to sew ½ inch. We'll be closing from the back all through. Then because the rope is going to be passing from the front, we have to make the space in front. So we are going to close ½ inch all the way to the midpoint. Put your mark ½ inch. We are going to be closing that point to the midpoint. Then from the front, we are going to come down by 0.75. You mark 0.75. It's still going to be closed up until that point. Then after that 0.75, we'll leave a space of 0.5 or another 0.75. that is going to be the opening for us to pass the elastic. Then we'll be closing the remaining parts. I hope you understand. You are going to sew it from the top up until 0.75 after your notch, and then we'll be leaving 0.5 or 0.75 open, and then we'll close the remaining parts. So we are going to go and sew this, and also we'll be top stitching it. Now to know the amount of elastic that we'll be using for the band, we'll just have to put our elastic on the trouser or the shorts, and then we'll add 1 inch to it, like as it is open like this one, closed like this. That's how you put it. Put your elastic on the shorts and then add extra 1 inch. Now if you notice, I did not stretch my elastic, so just like that, put it on it like this. That means your elastic is your half waist measurement plus 1 inch. So this elastic band now is 23 inches. Remember, my half of the waist is 22 plus 1 inch. That means that band is 23 inches. So the next thing we are going to do, we have gone ahead to sew it, and if you can see, I top stitched it so I could keep the seam closed. So we have our opening now, and then I also went ahead to join the elastic band. I've sewn it together. So we'll be putting our elastic band into the waistband. In order for us to distribute the elastic evenly in the waistband, I'll be making notches on the band itself. So I'm going to fold this band into 4. Okay, so the width of the elastic band is 6 inches. It's supposed to be 5, but I don't want the elastic to be struggling inside the band. So in order for it to be free in the band, I made it 6 instead of 5. So now we'll be making notches on the band. So I'm just going to fold this band into 4. That is going to serve as the 4 sides of the pants, one front, the back, and the 2 sides. so that the elastic will be distributed evenly in the band. So fold it into 4, and then we are going to make notches. We are going to notch that point, the 4 sides. After notching the band, we are also going to do the same thing on the elastic. So we'll just fold our elastic into 4, and then we'll use our chalk to make the notch, the markings. Please be sure to notch properly so that you will not make any mistake while attaching the band. So we'll be doing the same thing to the elastic. We'll fold it into 4, and then you use your chalk to make the markings on the 4 sides. So that is the center front, the center back, and the 2 sides. The reason why we are doing this is so that the last one part of the band will not be stretchy than the other parts, so all the sides will have equal stretch. That's the reason why I like using this method for my band. So we are just going to put the band inside the elastic, inside the band, and move it to the middle, that's the upper part, and then we are going to pin it down to each notch. So each mark you have on the elastic, you pin it to the notch on the band. I hope you guys are following. Each mark you have on the elastic, you pin it to the notch on the band, and that's what we are going to do for the 4 sides of the elastic band, the elastic and the band. So if you've been watching up until this point and you find this video helpful, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment. It will help us know how to work better with you and know what you want for the channel. So thank you. Endeavor to share so other people can also come and benefit from the video. Okay, so that's just we are going to do round. Take your time to pin it round. After pinning it round, we are going to close the band and then pin it again. As it's closed, pin it at the elastic. The band, the 2 sides of the band, will pin it together because we are going to go and sew, and we don't want it to move around. So just take your time in doing all that. At this point, you don't need to rush. So just take your time and pin it. Make sure the elastic and the band are matching up on the markings and the notching. So after that, we are going to go over to the machine and sew. So to sew this, we are going to put the band on the machine, and you are going to stretch the elastic as you sew. Remember, we've already distributed the elastic band in a way that the 4 sides will have an even stretch. So as you put your needle in the elastic, you stretch it and you sew. Make sure the needle is inside the elastic before you stretch, so it doesn't move on your machine. The needle should be inside the elastic, then you stretch it as you sew. You stretch and sew. So each point you should use the distribution you marked on the elastic. Stretch it out totally. You stretch it out totally and then you sew. Don't sew on it when your elastic is not totally stretched. Now I have gone ahead and sewn the elastic, and this is what we have. You can see how nice this is looking. Yeah, so make sure it's stretched out totally before you sew on it. So the next thing we'll be doing now is we are going to attach this band to our shorts. To do that, we are going to remove our pins. Remember, don't forget your pins inside your band so you don't get poked with the pins. So we are going to take out all the pins we used in holding down the band and the elastic. Then we are going to be joining the band to the shorts or your trouser, in any case that we have. So we are going to look for the center front, that is the part that has the opening. Now remember, the rope is going to be on the outside of the pants, so we are going to place it like that to know where to start, and then take the inside, that's the one that serves as the lining of the pant, the other parts, and then we are going to pin it down round, and we are going to sew on 1/2 inch. You can see the way I'm placing it in the video. That's the way you're going to place it, and then sew it. Now this is in order for us to have a neat finishing on the band. If you don't want to do this method, you can just place your band on it and then sew it round and go and weave the band. But for us to have a neat finishing, we're just going to do it this way. So after sewing it round, we are going to fold it in by 1/2 inch and top stitch. That way you're going to have a neater finishing. So after top stitching, just below the opening, we are going to run another stitch on the elastic, and you remember to stretch while sewing it. I hope you understand. This elastic opening, beneath it we are going to run another stitch just for extra hold on the elastic. So we go and sew 1/2 inch, and then we close it up by top stitching the 1/2 inch again. I hope we are getting it. Okay, so I'm just going to do that now. I've gone ahead to do that. As you can see, our elastic band is coming out beautiful. So you can see, I see the inside very neat, and then the outside also. So for the rope, just take your waist measurements, multiply it by 2 for the length, and then the measurement for the rope is just 1.5 inch. Cut a strip of 1.5 inch, and then you sew on it. Fold it in into half twice, and then you stitch on it. And then we'll be passing our rope through the elastic band. Just use your safety pin, or if you have a loop turner or whatever you use to pass your elastic, your rope drawstring into the waistband. And then we are done with this tutorial. That is how easy it is. So if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. So this is the result of the shorts. Do you want to see a video of these cargo pockets? Let me know in the comment section. If it's something you'd like to learn, I'll be dropping a video on it. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.